right. So this month's presentation will be on lifestyle changes to heal MS. So I wanted to give this talk today about lifestyle changes because many of my clients will come to me and say, I think I'm doing all the lifestyle changes I need. What exactly does it mean when they say make lifestyle changes? And they tell me about how they've changed their diets and how they're doing a detox and they're really focusing on their gut health and how they're doing what they can to get more sleep, and they're exercising regularly. And so I wanted to really talk about lifestyle changes and what it really means, because it's not just this. This is the what you're doing. What's really important is how you're doing it, and that's the change of the style. And to really be able to talk about that, I thought that it would be best by telling a story. This is the story of awakening the Muse. Once upon a time, there was a young woman who was really serious at work. She loved her work and she gave 110%. And quotes that she lived by was, rest is rust. She was allergic to the word lazy. And it was always about doing it herself and proving her worth. She pulled herself by her own bootstraps. And books that would attract her, yet she didn't have time to read, but the kind of titles that would definitely grab her attention was books like Smarter, Faster, Better, or The Art of Working Hard, or The Checklist Manifesto. And her goal was to succeed, externally, to be successful in her job, in who she decided to marry. Things needed to look good, and she was always striving for perfection in her work. And what she feared most was that she wasn't being good enough. She wasn't worthy, or that she might fail. And this life became unsustainable, and her body gave in, and times of struggle began. But all that this young woman wanted was to return to the way she was. But her inner muse would not permit it. And for years and years, they fought until she realized that her inner muse was her soul calling her back. So when I say inner muse, not many people are really clear what is a muse. A muse actually comes from Greek mythology. It's the goddess of poetry, art, and song. And it's important that this is part of our lives. We're coming in from a post-industrial era in which everything is material and what you do and work, and sacrifice. And the inner muse is a word that an artist would identify with. It is that inspiration, a spirit or source, something that inspires the artist to do their work. And so when our young woman began to listen to this inner muse, and I want to give you, after many, many years, she finally put down the struggle and began to follow her muse. Her life changed. She stopped giving 110% because she decided she's not the sacrifice anymore. Her body isn't, her energy isn't. She knew to give 80% max. And anyone here who's gone to a neurophysical therapist will understand that. Because if you overdo your energy, it will actually take much longer to recover. The quotes she began to live by were that every child is an artist, and the problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. Picasso said that. And also the quote, if I don't fit in, I'm doing the right thing. And she stopped struggling to look like the Instagram accounts and the Facebooks and, you know, what it looks like to be successful on the outside. And books that she was attracted to, and I would recommend to everyone that's listening to this, is the book, The Joy of Not Working, and the book, The Artist's Way. For the book, The Joy of Not Working, is really talking about learning how to enjoy the times in our lives that we're not working. We're so focused on how much we work and how successful we are at work and climbing that ladder of our professions that then we go home and we just vegetate because we're too tired. And so this book of The Joy of Not Working talks about we are not here to work until we're 65 and then retire and somehow know how to enjoy that space. Because if we haven't enjoyed our leisure before, we're not going to know how at 65. And in the book, The Artist's Way, each chapter is about slowly waking up that inner artist, that inner muse. Is having a date with your inner muse every week. It's writing to yourself. It's acknowledging your feelings. And each person's inner muse is very different. And the goal to life, one of my clients said this week, she goes, you know, I think the main thing I'm learning about our sessions is I need to take care of myself. I need to put myself as a priority. And I said, yeah, because it's not selfish to love yourself and to take care of yourself and to make your happiness a priority. It's necessary. Now, I want to give you a hint. MS is your inner muse. And when you begin to awaken your inner muse, you heal not just your body, but your soul. And so if you look at these two lifestyles, the first one is like an Adam Ant, is A-type personality, just go, 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 go. And the second one is very different. It's not that she's not working anymore. It's just that she has a greater perspective that work is an aspect of life, but it is not everything. And that she needs to be healthy, she needs to be happy, and she cannot be the sacrifice. So I've had clients that work with me, and you know, there once upon a time when they were youths, they were economists that work at a bank. And once they really allowed the inner muse to wake up and really accepted it, sometimes through struggle and they just had no choice, they had to quit their job, and sometimes because they really listened, they discover they're writers, poets, jewelry makers, nature lovers, bird watchers. This whole aspect of themselves that they no longer found to be of value, they gave them a very important space in their lives and made sure they had a date with their inner muse and their artistic endeavors every week. And when you do that, those are the changes that help the body regain energy, that releases the tired and the stresses and really wipes the slate clean. So stop fighting your inner muse and decide, what real life changes do you propose doing to feed her, to keep her healthy? And so as you see these two, when you think about changing your diet, it's not about doing it perfectly. It's about doing it because you're caring for yourself, because you love to give yourself things that are nutritious. When you're doing a detox, it's not about doing it 110%. I'm going to super detox myself. So really, the things that you decide to do, even exercise, it's not about pushing. It's not about doing your exercise and then being so exhausted that's the only thing you've done all day. Because then you haven't changed your lifestyle. You're still in the old story. So the lifestyle changes needed to really heal your MS, to really recover your strength and your balance, is not about perfecting your diet. It's about nurturing your inner muse. The artist within you is still alive. Thank you. I hope that today this stimulates thoughts. I know a lot of people will struggle with this and saying, no, but I mean, I love what I'm doing and I love my work, and it is. And when you were a little kid, there was other aspects of you that you also loved. And we can't forget those. We can't dedicate all our energy to the work we do for others. It's like giving the water that's in your glass when your glass isn't full yet. Your body won't allow it. You give to others when your glass is overflowing. And you fill your glass by doing the things that feed your soul and no one else. This is Eva Clark from Healing Multiple Sclerosis, and this is one of our presentations from our Creating Health series. I hope this got your thoughts thinking and that inner muse excited, and I hope to see you in another presentation. Bye.